boys and girls, it's Miss Jillian, and today I'm going to give a lesson on how to plant a seed. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry I wasn't able to read a story with you this week, but as Miss Amber told you, I had a little biking accident and I had to get stitches in my hand and I've got a scraped up elbow. So I was a little under the weather on Monday, but I'm feeling much better today, thank you. And I would love to show you how to get your seeds started so that over spring break you can go ahead and watch them as they start to germinate. So today we're going to talk about the first stage in a plant's life cycle, which is when the seed germinates. So first I got all my materials set up. I have a paper towel, a water source, I have a pitcher and it has some water in it. But you could also use a spray bottle, or if your parents are really into plants, you might have a mister, or even just like a little watering can is fine, or a cup, whatever you have. Just get some water. You're gonna need a plastic baggie, and if you don't have like a reusable one like this that can be sealed, that's fine. You could also use a reusable one. Or you could use like a plastic container. Just make sure that whatever you use, that the sides are clear, because you really want to be able to see that seedling as it's sprouting. So you have your plastic baggie, and then you need a seed. And in here, this is the seeds that we were going to plant this spring in our garden. These are like garden bean seeds, like beans that you would eat for dinner. And you may not have these at your house, and that's okay, but you probably have some sort of dried beans. Like I know that when I make soups and chilies and beans, I have pinto beans, or black beans, or whatever dried beans you have will work, because beans are actually seeds. So the last thing you'll need is some tape and a sunny window. So first, you're going to take your paper towel, right? So I have one square paper towel, and I'm going to fold it in half and make a crease. And then I'm going to fold it in half again and make a crease, right? So now I just have a little rectangle of paper towel. I'm going to put it on a tray, but you could also put it on a plate or a cookie sheet, whatever, something to keep your mess kind of contained. And then you're going to dampen your paper towel. I flipped it over, and I'm going to pour a little bit of water on this side. And remember, when we say dampen, like with a sponge, it means just so that you can feel that it's wet, but it shouldn't be dripping, right? You don't want to use too much water to start, right? So now I have a damp paper towel, okay? Then I'm gonna get my Ziploc bag, or whatever clear bag or container I'm using, and put your paper towel that's all folded up and damp inside. Kind of shake it down or ease it down to the bottom of the bag. All right. So now you have your plastic baggie with your damp paper towel in it, right? So now you're going to get a couple of your seeds, right? So remember, I'm using garden bean seeds. But you can use any dried seeds you have, or really any seeds that you have. Depending on the seed, it may take less time or more time to germinate, but that's okay. So let's take a look at this seed real quick. This is a garden bean seed. I don't know if you can see it, but it's dry to the touch. And it's kind of hard, and it has a little part that is kind of white, and the rest of the outside shell is brown, but I know that inside this seed is a little baby plant. and it's just waiting for the right time and the right conditions to germinate. And what it needs is it needs water, and it needs warm temperatures, and it needs to be protected, right? So a lot of times when we plant seeds in the ground, they're in that nice soil and they may stay dormant or stay still and not growing all winter long. But when it comes to spring, when it starts to warm up and it rains a lot, then those seeds know, they just know that it's time for them to get ready to grow. Right? And inside that hard shell is also enough food to feed that baby plant until it can get its leaves growing so that it can feed itself. So seeds are pretty remarkable. Now, I don't know if you can see, boys and girls, but I have put about 5 seeds in there, and I put them in front of the paper towel, but kind of lined up along there, right? Because you want them to get nice and wet, but not too wet. You don't want them to get moldy. And you want to be able to see as they sprout. And it's kind of fun to maybe put them in different positions because you're going to find out something really cool about seeds as you watch them sprout, right? So when you're done putting your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds in there, let's go ahead and close it up. It's almost like we're creating a little greenhouse for our plants, right? So the last thing that these seeds need right now, they've got their wet, protected environment. Now they need some sunlight, right? Some warmth, right? Because we want the sun to shine on these seeds, shine on the bag, and kind of warm them up and let them know that it's time. It's time for them to go ahead and start growing, right? So you need to find a nice sunny window in your house, somewhere that little sisters or brothers can't disturb it. So maybe ask mom and dad to help you tape it up high enough. And you're gonna get some tape, just regular plain old tape or masking tape is fine. And come with me. I'm in my kitchen, which is also kind of like my plant room, my little jungle, and my piano and musical room for my children. And I'm gonna use a window that I have over here. It's nice and sunny, and my cats can't really get to it. So let's see. I'm gonna tape it up here, right on the window. Right, and I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna watch, and I'll take pictures and share with you. But I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna open the seal. The only time that you might wanna open the seal is if you notice that you need to put more water in. Like if you've noticed that your paper towel is all dried out, then you may wanna give them a little bit more water. But I just want you to watch these seedlings and watch what happens when they germinate, when they decide that it's time for them to grow into baby plants. And we're gonna find out what they do. All right, boys and girls, good luck. Send me any questions that you have. And if you'd like to grow your own seeds at home, I have plenty of seeds that we're gonna use this year in our garden. I've got sunflower seeds and coneflower seeds and garden beans, and lots of other radishes, tomatoes. So if you're interested in growing some plants in your garden or in a pot or a container on your porch or your windowsill, then I would love to share them with you. So just have your parents send me an email and I will mail them to you. All right, hope you're doing well and happy gardening.